The call came on a Thursday afternoon. Her tone was unnervingly calm, too calm. Without pause or hesitation, she told me she wanted a divorce. No explanation, no trembling voice, just an icy finality. Then came the sentence that froze my veins. From now on, speak only to my lawyer. There was no space for questions, no invitation to talk, just a command that exiled me from my own marriage. I sat there for what felt like hours, staring at the phone as though it might reveal the reason behind her sudden cruelty. 15 years of marriage reduced to a cold instruction passed through another man. That was when I understood something beneath the surface had been rotting for a long time. We weren't flawless, but I believed we were strong. We had built a life together, our home, our business, our dreams. I gave her loyalty, faith, and the kind of love that bends without breaking. She once looked at me as though I was her anchor in a raging storm. Now she had cut the line. But betrayal doesn't crash in with thunder. It slips in quietly. It hides in late-night messages, half-truths, and the faint trace of another man's cologne on her clothes. I ignored the signs longer than I should have. Love blinds you, and pride keeps you silent. The night before that call, her phone lit up on the counter. A name I didn't recognize. A preview of the message was all I needed to see. Don't worry, he won't suspect anything. I didn't confront her, not that night, because I understood something she didn't. Rage shouts. Revenge whispers. I stayed awake until morning, not grieving, but calculating. I began with her finances, methodical, careful. Our account showed irregular transfers, money slipping away into hidden channels. I tracked it offshore. Not hidden well enough. Then I combed through our business records. She had been steering clients towards someone else. That someone turned out to be her lawyer, the very same man she told me to speak with. I didn't scream. I didn't break. I smiled. Betrayal this careless doesn't deserve anger. It deserves demolition crafted with precision. I hired a private investigator, an expert in silence. Within weeks, I had everything. Photographs of them together, not just over meals or in meetings, but in hotel rooms, on trips, arm in arm. Piece by piece, I built a file. Every bank transfer, every message, every photo. While she believed she was wiping me from her life, I was painting the story of her downfall. Quietly, I shifted assets, liquidated shares, secured my holdings. The house, the business, the accounts. I put them all under my control before she realized the ground beneath her was slipping away. Then I waited. When her lawyer called to arrange a meeting, I agreed. I walked into his office, looking like prey. That's what he thought. "Are you the husband?" he asked, too casual, too smug. "Yes," I answered. That single word cracked him. He realized I knew. He realized I was no longer blind. I opened the folder I'd brought and placed it on his desk. He didn't even touch it, he didn't need to. He recognized the photographs on the first page. His hand trembled. His lips tightened, searching for lies that wouldn't save him. I leaned in, steady, almost kind. "You've built your career on secrecy. What happens if this file finds its way to the Bar Association?" His silence was my victory. I forced him to draft the divorce papers himself, but not the ones my wife expected. Every clause, every line tilted in my favor. Full control of the assets, protection of my shares, security of everything I had built. Terrified of exposure, he obeyed. When my wife received the documents, the empire she thought she was stealing had already slipped from her grasp. She signed without a second thought. Arrogance blinds faster than love. The night she realized the truth, she stormed into the house, furious, spitting venom. "You tricked me," she screamed. I stayed calm, always calm. "You betrayed me," I replied evenly. I simply rearranged the consequences. She lunged for the folder I had left on the table, our life compressed into photographs, statements, and bank records. Page by page, her expression collapsed. Then came the final blow, a sworn statement from her lawyer, confessing everything, her betrayal, his involvement, their entire scheme. To protect his license, he sacrificed her. She dropped the file, trembling. For the first time in months, She was the powerless one. News spread quickly. She lost her reputation, her lover, her safety net. The man she thought would shield her had thrown her to the wolves. She was left with nothing but disgrace. I kept the house, the business, the future she tried to steal. And I never once raised my voice. People imagine revenge as fire and fury. But real revenge isn't noise. It's surgical, precise. It whispers. I don't hate her anymore. Hate is heavy, and I've put it down. What I feel now is colder, cleaner. I gave her loyalty. She gave me betrayal. She tried to erase me. Instead, I erased her. So when people ask how it ended, I tell them plainly. My wife called me one afternoon and said she wanted a divorce. She told me to speak to her lawyer. And I did.